Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and wonderful New Year's. We are now back, and it is now 2026. And I hope you, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed your holidays and all that. And sorry if I sound funny. I'm recovering from a cold, so sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting like snot in my throat. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but supposedly it's a cold or it's the flu going around. I mean, who the heck knows anymore? But yeah, but I'm still gonna try to make some videos for you guys. But if you guys haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. And if you guys don't like me talking about news-related videos, then you guys can click off this video, because this video will be a news-related video. And all that, it'll be a news-related video. And this one might be a little bit more political, on the political side of things, so. But that's why I do reviews and stuff too, to mix things up. Plus, it gives me a time to take a break, because I do like talking about different stuff, but I like, taking a break from this kind of stuff too. But this one really caught my eye and all that, so, yeah. But, before I, get to that, also, you guys remember to follow me on Instagram/Threads, and also follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter. I don't know why why it got changed to X, but, I still miss it being called Twitter, but I'm gonna call it X just because, that's what it's called now, so. Yeah, in case people are wondering, because, But, yeah, I forgot to put it in the video, so. But, anywho, let's go ahead and get to this. So you guys, I was talking about the holidays and stuff, and actually this came up around the holidays, but due to Thanksgiving and Christmas, I was never able to really get to this video, but I was wanting to talk about this. So we're gonna talk about this gal here. Apparently talking about her, and apparently Jingle Bells, I guess, becoming problematic. Now I'm gonna need to look her name up because apparently it's not on here. It says, a host, but, but it doesn't say who she is, because I thought it did. So I'm gonna look at that real quick, so I'll be back. Okay, her name is Joy. I think it's Reid. It's pronounced Reid. So I had to actually look that up, because I couldn't remember what her name is. But yeah, apparently, she's coming out here and saying that, that Jingle Bells is, apparently problematic. It's, I guess, racist now and all that, yeah, that's pretty interesting to talk about. So I wanted to kind of talk about that. First, I'm gonna say this, now, I didn't see her video, because apparently she has a thing on YouTube. So I'm guessing she possibly deleted it from backlash, but I'm gonna say this, she is freaking nuts. She is nuts, like, she's kinda nuts. Basically, she goes on her channel, and, I haven't seen all her videos, because honestly, they're like, a lot of them are like an hour long or something, And I'm not really much of a political person, so I can't be really saying a lot there, but, but I was watching one of her podcasts, and at first, I was like, you know what? She, is talking about, like, because she, talk, like, a lot of people talk about the current president, and all, Trump and stuff, and, I was like, you know what, like, I'm on the side where I don't really like Trump either. Like, I said, I don't like either politician. I'm not, neither, Democrat or Republican, kind of in the middle, and I don't really care what people think, I'm like, people can have their, right to have their own opinion. I'm just like, I kind of just usually stay out of politics in general, but, I'm actually, even my mom, honestly, my mom and I kind of was trying to get out of it. My mom was getting all pissed off at me in the car, because I was like, you're talking like your dad and all that. I'm like, why is she comparing my dad and all that? Like, my dad, like, goes on and talks about, like, Trump. She goes on, like, because he doesn't, like, Trump either, but he's, like, more Republican-ish. Like, he's kind of in the middle, but he gets on that side, and my mom's on the other side. But I'm like, I just don't care, I mean, yeah, I feel bad kind of what's going on around the world, but I'm like, I just see people kind of fighting back and forth and all that, and I'm trying to just stay out of it, I'm like, I'm just like, just trying to stay out of the politics. But, like, yeah, she was getting all mad at me because I was defending Trump and all that, and I'm like, because she was talking about him being a sex offender and all that, and I'm like, I don't know, like, people keep saying that, but, like, did he actually admit it? Or, like, did they have any video proof of him doing it, It's kind of, it's like, it's kind of hard to say, like, you have to actually, like, have, like, I'm not saying he didn't do it or did do it, I'm just saying it's kind of hard to prove some of this stuff, especially when the media, like, covers up some of the stuff, because that's what they were doing during the last presidency, with Biden. They were covering up a bunch of crap going on there, too. They were censoring people's comments and stuff, so I'm just like, I don't know, I'm like, like what I was getting at with my mom was, I'm not saying he doesn't do some of this stuff, and I don't agree with, him running his mouth and all about certain stuff and, presidents and stuff and all that in the past, but I'm like, nobody called out Biden's crap, when he was in office, so I'm just like, and if you did, you would get silenced, so, I don't know, I'm just like I said, I don't really care about really the politics stuff, but yeah, that's the thing though, but she was going on talking about that, and then she starts going on and talking about, people getting elected and all that, and, like, in certain states, like, Democrats are starting to win, and this and that, and about black people, and she's bringing up her own race and all that, which I'm just like, that's just stupid, I'm like, I mean, just imagine that. Imagine me going, like, on a freaking podcast or something, or even on here, and I'm like, I have to constantly remind the audience that I have autism and bipolar, and I gotta say, look at this, like, look, a teacher or I don't know, a governor or something, has autism and is getting, like, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird, And I mean, she's basically, it seems like to me she's just applying that because, they're a certain race, they can't be governor or something. It just makes it look bad, and that's not true. That's not true, We had a president who was, a different, colored skin, and, and all. And people are still trying to say, like, that, like, not as much, but they were trying to say that, the reason why Kamala Harris didn't win was because she's a female. And I'm like, that's not why she didn't win. Again, you're making people look bad because of it, They're making people just look bad, and all that, because, for no reason. She didn't win because nobody knew who the hell she was. She got put in there out of nowhere and all that, and, it just, like I said, this whole thing is just stupid, And that's kind of where I started losing interest with this gal, and all that, and, I think I understand why she got fired. However, something that did catch my guard, though, was again, this whole Jingle Bells thing. Because, apparently Jingle Bells is apparently, problematic now, and all that, and, this is the part where, I want to point this out, this is actually, the Jingle Bell thing. So you guys know the Jingle Bell thing, the origins, it actually was a bit different back then. Its origins started with, it wasn't a Christmas song, it was a Thanksgiving, or it was like a Thanksgiving song or something, and, from what I could read, again, I don't know if this is entirely true, because again, the online and stuff, but what I could read, and all that, it sounds like it was kind of, people would put blackface on, they would, paint their skin and all that, and kind of mock people, is what I was reading on that. And that is definitely wrong, and all that, but, apparently, they kind of changed the purpose of the song down the road to, like, more of a Christmas theme, and more of, more so they changed the song and all that to be more so, Christmassy, and more, so, like, snow related and all that, to, like, avoid the snow and stuff and all that, and less of this. And all that. So, I guess it was originally meant to be something different, but, like, I don't know if I would go out of my way to be changing it like that. It's just, like, people just have some fun, because back then, things were not good, even for, like, autism people, like, I know I just talked about not, like, bringing that stuff into this, but, autism people, too, back then, like, people did not know what to do with people who were severely autistic, or something like that, so, their fates kind of, some actually died because of, of stuff, because they didn't know how to take care of them, but, and, they just assumed they were useless until later on, but, that's the thing, though, too, like, we're in a world right now, though, where, like, everything is freaking, problematic anyway. Apparently, even colors are freaking problematic. And all that, that we can't have certain colors because apparently they're problematic, I know because even in school they were talking about how the color red can mess with your emotions and all that, and I was just like, that's just BS. That's BS. So, But, the thing is with the Jingle Bells song, though, if that's the origins, I think it could be a little offensive to people, but also, I'm like, they also kind of changed it, too, and all that, and, like I said, a lot of people lived differently back then, so I'm like, that's the thing, though. They try to change things up to make it more, not as, as harsh and stuff and all that, and I don't know. It's just, like I said, this whole thing just feels kind of ridiculous. Like, I definitely don't see the point of, getting rid of this song and all that because of that, but, I get it. Like I said, I get kind of, that some of this origin stuff can be a little bit, harsh to people, but, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about this, but, especially since she got rid of her, her tweet or something, because I cannot find it. So I'm assuming she got rid of it, or maybe it wasn't posted on YouTube. I'm just saying, yeah, I don't think, I feel like dwelling in the past is probably not the best either, but I don't know, yeah, I mean, I can't really even find reactions to it, so I don't know exactly what she said, just what people have posted, like I said, though, like I said, it's, like I said, the 1800s and all that were definitely hard for a lot of people, because nobody got along and stuff, but that's the thing, too, people are trying to make it look like it's kind of still around that time, and I think it's, like, people got more free will now than they did back then, but, yeah, I don't know, but that's the thing, too, like, but yeah, I don't know, but there are a lot of people, though, that I said that do really like the Christmas Jingle Bells song and all that, but yeah, that's what I think, though. I do think, according to Google, that definitely, I think, is the accurate, origins to it, but again, I just don't see anything, really problematic about the song itself. It's not like it's calling people names, it's just about a song, but also, I know Google keeps, a lot of times their AI stuff keeps changing things up too, so, I mean, who the hell knows at this point with that kind of stuff, like, but I have been having problems where it's been changing, like, each time I look something up, it keeps changing descriptions and stuff lately, but that one I've looked up a few times, and that's been saying the same thing, just wording it a little bit differently, so, but that is very bizarre, that the Jingle Bells song, again, was not a Christmas song originally, but it was like more around Thanksgiving, but I don't know, actually, now that I think about it, I was gonna say this, from what I could read, too, is, it sounded like more so, like, I guess, to be fair, yeah, if it's true, the guy that wrote the song and all, was dressing up, kind of mocking people, but also, the song kind of, felt more like, it still felt kind of more like it was its own thing. I don't know, I think I'm probably gonna just let the video go, though, because I really don't have a lot to say about this. Like I said, it's just a song, like I said, it's not, like, again, it's just more stuff people, like people are just trying to, like, make it more problematic than it actually is. But yeah, hopefully this video kind of, this video will turn out okay, but because I've been kind of, like, talking all over the place, but like I said, it's just, like, it's kind of confusing to kind of talk about a song and stuff, but I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and let the video go, so I'll see you all, I guess, later. Bye-bye.